you up to, Trey?
I am now finally grouting the tomette tiles.
Lovely.
So what I'm doing is I've swept and hoovered the tiles to make sure there's no dust.
Yeah.
I've given it a wash over, so that's why it's just slightly damp, because obviously we do not want to be putting the grout onto dry surface because it will dry too quick.
Yeah.
So all I'm doing now, excuse me, is just putting some grout mixture on here and then pushing it deep into the tomette tiles.
Lovely.
And once this is all done, I'll give it a good wipe over, and then once we're satisfied, I can wax it.
Yeah.
And then it will smell.
Well,
lovely.
we're going to put a stain wax on the grout to darken it down, antique it a bit more. We didn't want to go for a grey one, did we?
No, I don't think that's right.
Because it would have got too dark, especially in this high traffic area. And we just wanted to look a bit old antique-y. So I'll leave you crack on with that for a bit and I'll come back in a bit.
Okie dokie.
Just see how Tracy's getting on. I've finished in there now. How's it going?
Bonjour.
Oh, it's looking good, isn't it?
Yeah, I've only got this little bit now to do, so
Yeah.
I'm going to bend over and just do these two lines, then I'll kneel from here.
Inside the room.
Yeah,
then,
inside the front room. But what I've been doing, as I'm grouting certain sections, I'm just going along with my sponge and I'm wiping the inner part of the tile.
Yeah.
And then as it dries a little bit more, then I'm wiping over the grout. And
Yeah.
now this part it doesn't need to be touched no more. But once all this is dried and I wipe it over, then excuse me, and get the wax on, this is going to look really nice. I think it's going to look lovely.
Yeah.
Once it's all waxed.
When
And it's
the
another
wax,
job off
like I
the
said,
list.
when you wax the grout and it's dry, it turns it into an antique colour.
Yeah.
And it antiques the tiles a little bit, because even though them tiles looked quite rough when we bought them and we cleaned them up,
Yeah.
and even when we laid them they still look rough, but when you put the grout on, it levels everything out and it makes like the tiles look brand new.
It just makes them shine. It's like
Yeah.
when you do pointing, you look at the stone, it doesn't really, I mean, some of the stones are lovely, the granite, but as soon as you start pushing your pointing in, it just totally transforms the blocks.
Yeah, it just makes it stand out, doesn't it? Same with grouting is the same, but
Yeah.
yeah, but it's looking good.
Yeah.
And if you notice, I've smoothed off the walls behind
Yeah.
you, Trace.
I can't step back.
No, so all the walls are nice and smooth now. There's a second coat on there, and then I've made all the beadings around here, around the top. They're all in oak with the rounded over nose. I've got them all in. I've even mited the corners,
Yeah.
so they're in the workshop drying off.
Lovely.
And then that gives you time to finish this,
Yeah.
and then hopefully tomorrow morning now, because it's nearly 4 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah, nearly
So,
4 o'clock now.
Well, time you get that done, it'll be 4 or 5 o'clock, I suppose, and
Yeah.
then we'll they won't dry in time, so I'll have to do them in the morning.
And the good news is, I did a biryani, which is enough for 2 days, so I don't have to cook dinner.
Yeah.
Yay!
I
Just
might
have
even
to
actually
heat it
have a
up.
leffy with that.
Yeah.
Do like left. How many years have I been drinking left?
God,
Since I was about 18.
you got my dad to make was that.
Her dad got me into left. Back
Thanks,
in when we used to
Dad.
do the booze cruises across, we used to go from Dover to Calais. Oh, that's back in the day. That's the 90s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Early 90s, yeah. We used to do the booze cruises, and we used to come across. Oh my God, no, that was even earlier. I'm sure that was in the
80s.
80s.
Late
Yeah, you're right. It was.
Yeah,
It was.
because Sarah was born in 87.
Oh, so it's before that
Yeah.
then. So actually, I'm sorry, I'm losing time here. It's probably about 1986-ish onwards. We used to do the booze cruises, come across from England to France, fill up the van till it was literally, to Calais, literally full to the top with 2 or 3 different types of beer, loads of wine
sausage.
and garlic sausages and everything. That was a day, but it was good.
All finito, all done now. So what I'm going to do is I've given it all of it a wipe over. and the residue of the whiteness on the tiles, that's just the grout, that's just natural. So what I'll do probably a little bit later is I'll go over all of it again with a wet sponge and then let it dry properly, the grout to set, and then tomorrow I'll do it again, and then once there's no grout dust on the tiles, then I can do my waxing, which I'm going to definitely make sure I've got the door open for that.
Okay folks, so Tracy's finished the grouting. It's looking wonderful. She's done a really good job. I've just cut the edgings on, the nosings if you like, and they're just sitting in place now. They're not actually fitted. I'll wait till the floor's completely finished and I'll fit them. And then I'll put the boxes in either side. But we've used the traditional finish, like I've always done over the years. It's a 2-oil mix. And then we do a wax finish on top of that, which is a hard wax. It's like a bro wax, but it ain't quite. It's more of a harder wax. It's for floors. It's a more traditional way of doing things, and it's more authentic, and it looks a lot more beautiful than, say, you know, what they use conventionally today in modern stuff. Say like, I don't know, Osmo oils or whatever, which are good oils, but they don't give the luster that the traditional stuff does. But anyway, hope you like that.
Silent night,
looking good. It's slowly coming together.
I only have one wish for that shooting star. Holy night, send me someone to love so I can hold their hand while we're ice skating around the trees in Central Park. Kiss them under the mistletoe. Oh, I want a Christmas kind of spark.